think that all the different relationships have been amazing.
Inside the relationships of NBA royalty. NataliaBryant, BronnyJames, and more. That was NataliaBryant, Kobe Bryant's eldest daughter, reflecting on her past relationships. And if you didn't know, she's been romantically linked to a few NBA players, particularly rookies. One of the most notable names. BronnyJames. Let's break it all down. BronnyJames and NataliaBryant. A legacy love story. In the world of basketball, family names carry immense weight, and legacy is everything. So, when rumors began swirling about a romantic connection between BronnyJames, LeBronJames' eldest son, and NataliaBryant, the daughter of the late Kobe Bryant, fans were captivated. BronnyJames, born in 2004, grew up under the spotlight as basketball royalty. He attended Sierra Canyon School in Los Angeles and emerged as a top prospect. But his journey took a terrifying turn in 2023 when he suffered cardiac arrest during practice, an incident that delayed his debut and sent shockwaves through the sports world. Despite the setback, Bronny bounced back, making history in 2024 when he was selected 55th overall in the NBA draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. This milestone made him part of the first father-son duo to ever play in the NBA at the same time. NataliaBryant, born in 2003, is the oldest of Kobe and Vanessa Bryant's 4 daughters. After also attending Sierra Canyon, she enrolled at USC to study film. Since her father's tragic passing in 2020, Natalia has focused on modeling, filmmaking, and preserving Kobe's legacy. Their connection reportedly began during high school, thanks to overlapping social circles and deep family ties to the NBA. But it wasn't until 2023, when both enrolled at USC, Bronny for basketball, Natalia for film, that their relationship truly began to blossom. By summer 2024, insiders close to both families started reporting that the two had begun dating. The relationship was described as quiet and low-key, with sightings of the pair at campus events and family functions. What made their bond even more compelling was the emotional depth they shared. Bronny navigating a life-threatening health scare, and Natalia enduring the heartbreaking loss of her father. Fans quickly latched onto the idea of a fairy tale romance between two heirs to basketball greatness. Some even joked about the potential for future children named KobeJames, a new generation of basketball prodigies. But as quickly as the rumors rose, they began to fade. By late 2025, sightings of the pair dwindled. Natalia shifted her focus to her creative pursuits and film studies, while Bronny zeroed in on carving out his own identity in the NBA. Not just as LeBron's son. The immense pressure of living up to legendary family names, combined with intense media attention and ambitious career goals, proved difficult for their young relationship to withstand. Rakeem Christmas and Jasmine Jordan. A college romance with a storybook ending, but Natalia wasn't the only daughter of basketball royalty to find love with a future NBA star. Jasmine Jordan, daughter of the legendary Michael Jordan, also made headlines for her long-standing relationship with former Syracuse standout Rakeem Christmas. Rakeem, born in 1991 in Irvington, New Jersey, had a remarkable journey, relocating from the U.S. Virgin Islands to Philadelphia for high school before committing to Syracuse University. From 2011 to 2015, he became a standout power forward, earning All-ACC honors and rising up NBA draft boards. Jasmine, born in 1992, also attended Syracuse, studying sports management from 2011 to 2014. As Michael Jordan's youngest child, she maintained a relatively private profile, despite her high-profile family name. Today, she works for the Jordan brand at Nike, focusing on women's basketball endorsements. The couple met around 2011 on campus. What began as casual interaction soon turned serious, with Jasmine frequently spotted at Rakeem's games. Aware of the attention their relationship could attract, the two kept things mostly private during college. When Rakeem entered the NBA in 2015, drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves and traded to the Indiana Pacers, the couple faced the usual challenges of long distance and career uncertainty. Rakeem's NBA stint was short-lived, leading him to play professionally in countries like Turkey, New Zealand, and Mexico. Throughout it all, Jasmine remained a steadfast supporter. Their bond only deepened with time. The ultimate turning point came in 2018, when Rakeem proposed during a family gathering, after getting the blessing of none other than Michael Jordan himself. The proposal marked a milestone in their relationship, solidifying Rakeem's place not just in Jasmine's life, but in the Jordan family. In May 2019, they welcomed their son, Rakeem Michael Christmas Jr., making Michael Jordan a grandfather. The image of the famously intense, ultra-competitive MJ softening into a doting granddad became one of the more heartwarming storylines in basketball.
Absolutely. He is such a softie when it comes to my son, and he definitely has him wrapped around his finger already. So he definitely is just the most incredible grandfather you could imagine.
A wedding delayed, a legacy continued. Jasmine Jordan and Rakeem Christmas. The COVID-19 pandemic forced Jasmine Jordan and Rakeem Christmas to postpone their wedding plans. However, reports suggest the couple quietly tied the knot by 2022, with Jasmine often going by the name Jasmine Jordan Christmas in both personal and professional settings. Their son, Rakeem Michael Christmas Jr., continues to spark fan speculation. Given his iconic basketball lineage, being the grandson of Michael Jordan, some already predict he could become one of the most anticipated prospects in NBA history. Today, the couple leads a grounded, family-centered life. Rakeem continues his professional basketball career overseas, while Jasmine balances brand management work with the responsibilities of motherhood. But if dating Michael Jordan's daughter required nerves of steel, the next story takes things to a whole new level, featuring a player who married into two of the NBA's most powerful families, Seth Curry and Callie Rivers. When dynasties collide, few relationships in basketball better illustrate the interconnected world of NBA dynasties than the marriage of Seth Curry and Callie Rivers. Seth Curry, born in 1990, is the son of former NBA sharpshooter Del Curry and the younger brother of NBA megastar Stephen Curry. Unlike his brother, Seth went undrafted in 2013 and had to claw his way up through the G League in short stints with multiple teams before establishing himself as a dependable NBA role player, particularly known for his elite three-point shooting. Callie Rivers, born in 1989, is the daughter of legendary NBA coach Doc Rivers and sister to current NBA player Austin Rivers. A standout athlete in her own right, Callie was a high school volleyball star and earned All-American honors at the University of Florida. She even played professionally in Puerto Rico before transitioning to podcasting and family life. Their worlds first intersected through shared basketball ties. Seth and Austin Rivers were teammates at Duke University from 2011 to 2012, and Doc Rivers later coached Seth briefly during his time with the LA Clippers from 2014 to 2015. Seth and Callie reportedly began dating sometime around 2013 or 2014, keeping things private in the early stages. But what made their eventual romance even more intriguing was Callie's prior highly publicized relationship with NBA star Paul George. Reports from that time suggested George was unfaithful, allegedly fathering a child with another woman during their relationship, a paternity scandal that garnered major media attention. Despite the headlines, Callie and Seth's bond grew stronger over the years. In February 2019, Seth proposed during a family gathering in Charlotte, with both Stephen and Del Curry present for the big moment. The couple married later that year in September, hosting a beautiful ceremony in Malibu attended by several NBA stars, including Chris Paul and Stephen Curry. They've since built a happy family of their own, welcoming daughter Carter in 2018, son Cash in 2021, and daughter Kobe in 2023. Their union didn't just merge two NBA lineages, it created a new generation of potential athletic greatness, all while proving that love can thrive even under the bright lights of basketball's biggest stage.
You're married to Seth Curry. We're going to talk Bachelor, but
Okay.
just before we get into that. So he gets traded. You just had your second kid.
Yes.
Your younger son is 6 months old. You're living in Philly. He's having a great season. Things are going really well.
The complexity of the Curry-Rivers family dynamic reached a peak level of awkwardness during Doc Rivers' tenure as head coach of the LA Clippers, especially when Paul George, Callie Rivers' ex, was one of the team's star players. The situation created undeniable tension behind the scenes. That tension spilled over into the spotlight during the 2020 NBA playoffs, when Seth Curry, playing for the Dallas Mavericks, directed pointed trash talk at George during an on-court confrontation. To fans and insiders alike, the jab felt far more personal than professional. Many interpreted it as Seth's not-so-subtle payback for George's alleged past relationship drama with Callie, making for one of the most awkward and layered intersections of personal and professional lives in modern NBA history.
Never ever a moment where there was a brief, probably like 5-minute moment after the trade where I was not happy. But outside of that, it was fine.
Damian Lee and Siddle Curry. Love, legacy, and loyalty as speculation swirled in 2025 about Callie Rivers possibly reverting to her maiden name. Fans noticed her podcast credits listed her as Callie Rivers instead of Callie Curry. Social media was quick to jump to conclusions. Whispers of a potential split from Seth Curry began to trend. But those rumors turned out to be nothing more than baseless speculation, with no public indication of marital trouble. Still, it raised a larger question. What happens when NBA players date into high-profile basketball dynasties? Well, Damian Lee didn't just date into one. He became part of one of the most iconic NBA families of all time. And the dynamic he entered was arguably even more complex. Marrying the sister of NBA superstar Stephen Curry, becoming his teammate, and having to prove he wasn't just the brother-in-law riding coattails. Few NBA love stories showcase the power of perseverance, love, and authenticity like that of Damian Lee and Siddle Curry. Damian Lee, born in 1992, grew up in Baltimore and played college basketball at Drexel University before transferring to Louisville. After going undrafted in 2016, he ground his way through the G League and short NBA stints, eventually signing a two-way contract with the Golden State Warriors in 2018. Siddle Curry, born in 1994, is the youngest child of Del and Sonia Curry, sister to Stephen and Seth. A gifted athlete in her own right, Siddle played Division I volleyball at Elon University. After college, she pursued entrepreneurship, launched a wine brand with Aisha Curry, and cultivated a strong presence on social media and podcasting. Their love story began in 2013 at a basketball game at Elon University, where Siddle was a student athlete and Damian was visiting with his Drexel team. A glance on the stairs turned into exchanged numbers, 6 months of dating, and eventually, a deeply committed relationship. On New Year's Day 2015, Damian said, "I love you," for the first time, gifting her a necklace that marked the milestone moment. What made their relationship particularly touching was how Damian had to earn his way into both the NBA and the Curry family. He didn't come from a legacy name. He had no guarantees. Everything, from his career to his relationship, was built on resilience, consistency, and character. In November 2017, Damian proposed. They were married on September 1, 2018 in Charlotte, North Carolina, in a ceremony filled with Curry family love. Aisha Curry served as matron of honor, and Stephen Curry's daughters, Riley and Ryan, were the flower girls. Their path to parenthood, however, was not easy. Siddle and Damian shared their emotional fertility struggles openly, undergoing IVF treatments after years of trying to conceive. Their transparency resonated with many, giving voice to an experience often kept private. Their perseverance paid off when they welcomed their first son, Daxon, in 2021, followed by daughter Darren in 2023, and in a joyful twist, a third child, son Dason, born naturally in May 2025. One of the most fascinating aspects of Damian's journey has been how he navigated being both Stephen Curry's teammate and brother-in-law during his tenure with the Warriors. Questions were constantly
We're out to eat. Finally, she goes to the bathroom. It's like word vomit. I asked her mom and her dad, "Love your daughter, appreciate her. I would just love to ask for her hand in marriage."